Hi, I'm Coach Corey Wayne, and today we're going to do another video podcast in the art of seduction. And today's topic is we're going to talk about seduction, adventure, and romance, and the importance of adventure and romance. So, obviously, as you ladies know, if a guy cares about you, like we were talking about earlier, about that person in another state, they'll make the effort to show you that they care and not treat you as just another person coming to visit and hook up, and then go on your merry way.
Yeah. You have to put in the work in order to keep me, at least me, interested and motivated in pursuing that relationship.
It'll turn out pretty boring, I'll tell you that.
So, Macy, adventure and romance, what's your perception on that? What do you like as a woman for a guy to do if he cares?
Show me, he cares, put in the work, spontaneous, things are the way to my heart, spontaneous trips.
Like to where, where have you gone?
Where have I gone? When?
With boyfriends in the past that showed that they cared.
So before I moved down here, a guy would, randomly, send me, a flight and be like, hey, your flight's tonight, come see me. And he would, buy me a flight all the time.
I wish. Mine never did that. He would just send me times and be like, okay, so you can come this time, or this time. And I'm like, okay, are you going to pay for it or am I paying for it?
That sounds like making plans to go somewhere tonight.
Yeah.
Except it's long distance.
Uh-huh.
I'll split the dinner bill with you.
Oh, no. What do you guys think about splitting dinners?
Splitting the check. I think it's acceptable in the beginning. But once you get into the relationship, he should start paying for it every time, no matter what. Because you're getting serious.
I think
that's
the exact opposite. In the beginning, he should be the one, paying for it. And then once you get in the relationship and you guys are getting serious, you should, it's acceptable to split. 'Cause, if you guys are moving in, then, your income and his income are coming together, then, I mean, I don't know.
No, especially on trips, too. It's only fair if you split. But I would say, yeah, I agree with Macy. In the beginning, I think the man should pay. And especially if they're the ones asking you out on a date, technically they're inviting you.
It's their party.
Yeah.
Yeah, technically they're inviting you, so, I mean, it's only fair and it makes sense if they would pay. Now, if you're inviting them, I mean, it's only fair that you would do that.
Personally, I've been into dates with people not dates. Well, they would want to pay and I don't want them to pay because I want to split it my half so they don't think this is actually a date. Because obviously we're just hanging out. I haven't been on a date.
So 50.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, when it's 50-50, that's
different.
hey, this is platonic. We're just going to lunch. So don't think I'm interested in
Yeah,
you
that's
romantic.
different.
Yeah.
But I
Because
feel
then
like
they think in their minds, oh, I'm paying for it. Let me take you out again. I'm like, all right, we don't know how far we're going because maybe I don't like it. But that's why I split the check in the beginning because I don't know that person. And then later on, yes, you get serious and then you can start paying for stuff. If you like the person. If you don't, then you know.
If you really liked him, you'd go out on a date. You wouldn't be splitting the check.
Yeah, if I did, but...
Yeah, because I feel like if you're split, let's say you do like him and you're splitting the check at the beginning, you don't want him to get comfortable that every time we're going to be splitting checks.
That's true.
So I want him to know at the beginning you're paying, you put in. And then when I feel like it's time, okay, I want to put my part because you're always spending so much. So let me be considerate,
Yeah, if I'm a man, I'm taking a girl out. It's like having a Super Bowl party or whatever. You invite everybody over, oh, hey, it's a $10 cover charge. You don't charge people for that. It's, hey, come hang out. I'm inviting you to do something, and it's on me. Mm-hmm. So if a guy invites a girl out, he's going to, if he knows her and he has enough rapport, he's going to go pick her up. They're going to go do something fun, maybe have some drinks, music, go have some dinner, do something fun afterwards. And it's his party. He's driving the fun bus. So, it's just like if I invite a friend out to lunch, I'm going to pay for that lunch. Or if a friend calls me, he's like, hey, let's go to lunch. They're paying because it's their party. It's their invitation. That's the right way to do it. But when it comes to dating, if you ask a girl on a date and she insists on paying half, that's her way, just like Estefania said, of saying...
You're friend zone.
You're in friend zone, exactly.
Yeah.
So if a chick wants to go out on a date and pay half, then she's not interested in you romantically.
The only time I would like, let's say it's like those first days you're getting to know him, is if like the whole day he was paying for everything. And I'll be like, okay, I have dessert because you're paying for lunch, dinner, breakfast. Like I have to, like, I'll just feel guilty not to put like a little bit in.
That's what you want. You want a woman that'll give, or like if you're going to a restaurant for dinner and they're like, oh, it's a 30-minute wait until the table opens up. And then you go and you have some couple glasses of wine or whatever until the table opens up, and then because she knows you're buying dinner, she'll pick up the tab for the let me get the drinks. But that's always a good sign that a woman will co-create with you and contribute.
Yeah.
But if he was prepared, he would have a reservation. Like I think it's such a turnoff when like they like say, oh, like let's go to dinner. You're like, oh, okay, and then they say, and you say where, and they give you a restaurant, but they don't make a reservation. So then you have to go and like put yourself on the wait list. That is so unattractive. Like that's the first way like I will lose interest in a guy, is if he like makes these plans but don't actually make a reservation.
I've had that happen to me before. We had plans to go to Painting with a Twist. Have you guys ever heard of that?
Yes, I've been.
You like drink wine while painting and stuff. And he was like, yeah, I'm going to take you there. Let's go at like 6. And then we get there and it's closed because they'll only stay open if they have like a reservation. If not, they're closed. And we get there, it's closed. I'm like, did you not make a reservation? He was like, oh, I thought we could just show up. He was like, I thought we could just show up. And I was like, no. So it like killed the whole plan and we didn't know what to do. So I was like, just take me home.
He didn't do his research.
Just take me home. He did not have a
I feel
plan.
that when that happens, that means they're not taking things too seriously, or
leading.
they haven't really
He's not
thought
thinking
of it
ahead.
through.
Yeah.
But also, maybe you've been hanging out and you're like, hey, we're both hungry. Let's go eat. And then you go to like Seasons 52 or
that's like
some
different
restaurant, and then we were on a 30-minute wait. Like the Hillstone that we went to in Orlando. It's like that place. If you're there at like, because they open at 11:30, but if you don't get there at like 11:15, like you want to sit outside, you're not going to get a seat out there because they're all taken. And if you show up around noon, the place is packed, and then you're going to be on a wait.
Yeah.
So the place is always on a wait, but it's a nice place to go. The food's always good. The ambiance is nice. And if you're just going out to casually hang out, you're going to go and expect that there be a wait, and so you can hang out because they got a nice bar area to hang out, talk, have a few drinks, maybe order an appetizer or whatever. And then when your table is ready after 45 minutes or an hour, then you go sit down.
If it's
a good sign when a woman wants to help pay, not say it's 50-50, but buy drinks or something.
Yeah. If it's casual, then for sure, like I won't complain. But if these are plans that you like set, then you should have everything organized. You
want them to be the leader.
Yeah.
Take care of the fun bus.
Yep.
And you show up, look hot, have fun.
He was the one that asked you out on a date, so it's not,
he had a plan, or he's supposed to.
But
or you hope he has a plan.
I also think that like if he like didn't make a reservation, but he said we're gonna meet at like we're going to this restaurant at this time, like it makes me wonder like if you didn't do this, like how like else like unorganized are you? Because like to me like that's just like unorganized. So like it makes me wonder like okay like what else like are you like not doing like that you should be doing?
In other words, to you, it's a sign that there's a lack of discipline in his life as a man.
For sure, and I think it's a big red flag.
Red flags in men. Another TikTok video.
I just think if you're going to ask a woman out on a date, like, take it kind of seriously. This isn't me being harsh or anything, but if you're not going to do anything to go through with it. Yeah, if you're not going to
be wine and dine. I want a plan.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not going to go through with it, then what's the point?
Going back into when a girl says, oh, let me at least get the dessert or some other small detail, there's some men that like it, but there's other men that still don't let you pay. I have a friend back home, and he's been a good friend of mine for so long, for a couple years now, and he pays every time. If I say I want to get dessert, he says, no, I got it. Like, we would have a whole full meal of dinner, and then we go out for dessert, and we're still hanging out. Like, we're cool friends, and if we do something else, he'll pay for it. He has no problem for that. He also grew up in a Hispanic household, and his mother always told him, if you're ever with a girl, you shouldn't let her pay. And he's like that. He's that kind of person that would never let.
So it's a family tradition type
family
of thing.
Well,
he's being chivalrous.
I mean, I guess I could see if it's a family tradition, but like, when you said that, my mind instantly went with, like, even though he's, like, your friend, he's still hoping to, like, get something from you.
No, so...
Does he want the chocha?
No, so this
Oh my God.
person and I were really good friends, but he has a girlfriend. At the time, he was with a different girlfriend. The girlfriend didn't like me at all, it looked like, because she FaceTimed. Well, it was the ex at the time. But he came to me for advice because he had problems in his relationship. And obviously, I had my own relationship, and I was giving him advice. Me and him never had feelings for each other, and he never came up to me for more than that. He never even crossed the line with me. That's the good person he is. To this day, we try to talk. I try to talk to him, but I can't because obviously he's a girlfriend, and he's, like, limited. So it's like when he's as a girlfriend, he doesn't talk to me.
That's so healthy.
Very.
We don't know. I don't know if it's a girl.
She's insecure for sure.
I don't know. But it happened the last time with his first girl. It could
Is
be
he
like
not
that.
allowed? He's forbidden?
Maybe. I don't know.
She feels threatened and says,
That's sus.
The crazy part is she also came from our high school, so she knows me. So all three of us went to the same high school. But whatever it is, whatever that problem is, I don't care. I just wish him the best because he definitely deserves a girl that really wants to be with him. I'm still noticing some patterns, though, from his first relationship, but I don't want to say anything because he looks happy.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, he doesn't post her, but he'll post little clips. She hasn't posted him, and I remember that was an issue with his first relationship. But, like, things like that I was trying to explain to him when we went out for food. Like, we would have food in a Colombian restaurant, and we would be there for, like, 4 or 5 hours talking, and then we were drinking, and he would pay for everything. It's just, like, the time we had was nice.
Yeah.
But I don't feel attracted to him. And he already knew that because he knew, like, my type and stuff like that. It's just also comes with the friends.
But you
became
felt
close.
he was hoping that he could have a shot.
No.
Come on.
How?
Not even a little bit?
No.
He's strictly not.
Because I told him
that way.
I told him my type. So when he heard my type, he's not my type because he's
Mhm.
Hispanic. I have a different type. He already knew that for a long time, but
Like, no
But he
hate.
didn't still hold out hope?
no.
I'm thinking he was holding out hope
No,
on
I
the
don't
inside.
think so.
Attraction's not a choice.
That's the first thing that came to my mind. That was like, there was like something like, even if it's like a small bit, like in the back of his mind.
Well,
like,
I'm the only person
maybe
he
one
talks
day,
to
but-
from high school. Like we became.
He's like,
so
someday I'm gonna get my
friends.
shot.
I don't
yeah,
think so.
good guys always finish last.
And I know. I mean, the thing is, I also know his parents. It's not like I just know him. I know his sister. I interviewed his sister.
So who reaches out? Like, how do you ever reach out to him, or does
It's
he?
always me reaching out, no matter what.
Oh.
But he doesn't reach out like that. There's times, but I always reach out because he's a cool friend. But that's it.
He knows his place, probably.
Land.
My dad is the same exact way. He's very old school, like I told you guys. Like, he doesn't like when the woman works or goes to school or anything like that. Like, he likes a stay-at-home wife that cleans and stuff. And, like, with anybody, he's the guy that, like, he pays for everything. Like, no matter what. Like, he'll pay all day. He'll take me out shopping, eating, dessert, whatever it is. And then I will, like, suggest, like, oh, let me get this for you. He'll actually get upset that you even dared to offer to pay for something. So there's
My
people
dad,
out
too.
there that, like, they've been raised like that.
So it's a
but, like,
cultural thing.
yeah,
in some
yeah,
cases.
It's a
yeah,
common
think
cultural
it is.
thing.
very, yeah.
My dad is the same way too.
Mm-hmm.
It's so funny, but
It's
it's nice to
cute.
have men like that, though.
If you don't mind me asking, Estefania, so what happened with the first girl with the social media thing?
She didn't post him at all. She wasn't comfortable, it looked like, in the beginning. And he would ask her and she would feel the type of way. She was also younger than him, like 2-3 years. And I said, she's immature. You need to give her space. You guys are broken up, but you can do so much better. The way she's treating you is not good. And, like, there was incidents where, like, she will have a guy in her bed and it's like a family friend or whatever, but he wasn't comfortable with that and she wasn't understanding, like, how frustrated he was. Don't get me wrong, like, yeah, he's a family friend, but you guys are cuddled up. It's
That's
like
kind of
it's
sus.
I
sus.
lose my
Very
shit.
sus.
Very sus. He was losing his shit. I was like, you relax. And then when she called him, bro, that was the crazy part.
Bro.
Oh, you still with her? I'm like, damn, she don't like me. And then, like, we were literally
Girl.
sitting down and having dessert when she called too. But
Macy go full.
he knows his
on you.
place for sure. I don't think he hoped for anything because he
Also-
never asked me out. He never did stuff like that. I
Also-
would always reach out.
Also, the thing with social media, it's kind of a bit, like, debatable because, like, I know, you always hear from other people that you don't need to post your relationship on social media. you should keep it private, something private, whatever. But then at the same time, it's like if your significant other doesn't post you on social media, it feels weird.
It feels like you're single.
Like, granted, like, I think it's a little too much when there's people that are always over posting stuff on social media. But at the same time, like, I would understand why they do it because it feels nice. You're basically showcasing the person that you love and care to the world.
That's a small detail. That's a little thing that you can do.
I mean, I see it differently. Like,
or you're trying to convince yourself that you're really happy and trying to tell the world how great your life and relationship is. Because most people make a big deal out of that. They're some of the unhappiest people. So there's no reason to get upset. It's so, you look at one of your friends on social media and they're posting all these amazing pictures like they're having a great life. They're typically trying to make up for something that they feel they lack. Because the people that are really happy, they don't really post about it.
I like posting a picture too, I'm not gonna lie, but when it comes to those things, I am pretty private.
Like what they say, they literally say, keep your relationship private but not a secret. So like there's forms of letting people know that you're with somebody. The way I do it, because I don't show anybody his face or anything like that. Like I hate that kind of stuff. I hate people being in my business like that. But if I go out to dinner with him, I clack like drinks so they could see his hand with his watch and see I'm with a guy, I'm on a date. Or maybe like...
Because deep down on some level, he's not going to be sticking around long term.
Yeah.
Well, I just don't like when people like...
That's the bottom line.
Like start following him.
Oh, that is a red flag in girls.
That's
a red flag.
Or like sometimes he'll be like his plate will be
there.
there.
If you knew he was yours and felt he was yours, you'd be wanting to show him off.
Well, also have to keep in mind my following is straight male, and if guys see I'm with someone, I lose followers. Like I literally,
are you serious?
I posted a TikTok with David, which is my best gay friend, and he kind of gives off straight vibes.
I honestly thought he was straight when I first met him.
We posted a TikTok,
like, damn, I got no shot with Pocahontas.
We posted a TikTok, and I literally lost 1K followers.
Wow.
Because I was with another guy. So
people
I had to
so immature.
I deleted the video.
Damn.
Yeah.
People are so immature, man.
So now I have to put like hashtag like LGTB and stuff like that.
My gay best friend.
So it's not because I don't think our relationship will last. It's also to keep...
At the end of the day, if you were solid with somebody that you were going to be, felt you were going to be with long term, you'd be posting all over the place.
My husband, probably.
Yeah, but if they really cared that much to like at least try to get closer to you.
She was just passing through.
I don't know, it just goes to show how immature they can be, and if they were really sincerely that interested in having to do anything with you, they could have shoot their shot instead of just unfollowing you.
Shoot your shot, bro.
And just like looking around as if nothing. I don't know
but
if
I
it makes any sense.
I think that like a lot of guys like are in relationships and they still follow all these girls.
It's true. I literally have like guys in the profile picture.
They're hoping to upgrade.
They're kissing their girlfriend. Yet they're in my DM saying you're beautiful. I'm like, can you go talk to your girlfriend?
Yeah, tell her that.
Or the guys.
He's hoping to monkey branch.
The guys that are like the silent followers, like they follow you, they watch you, they like your stuff, but they don't have the confidence to message you.
Or they know they can't because they have a whole
You're
girlfriend.
part of their visual Rolodex.
Yeah.
Guys have a nerve. I'm sorry.
I don't like the guys.
What was that, Chunky?
Spank Bank.
Spank Bank. I have not heard that. That's a good one.
I don't like the guys that are in a relationship and they don't post their girlfriend at all, but they're always in your likes, not your DMs. They won't DM you.
Because they're not that into her. Most people, you got to understand, are average, and they're not. I mean, the divorce rate's over 50%. So most people are not happy, but they're not unhappy enough to do something about it. And so they have this fantasy, but they never really are willing to learn, like read books like mine and develop themselves and make themselves more attractive and develop their confidence so they can attract that kind of a woman they want. A lot of women marry guys that they're not in love with at all, and guys do it too. Most people settle. And then you start to lose hope, and that's why people just... They blow up. By the time they're like 30, 35 years old, they've gained a lot of weight, they don't exercise, and then by the time they're 55, they got one foot in the grave. They've already given up.
They just don't want to be alone. That's why they do it.
Yeah, they settle though.
Yeah.
But it's not just in the personal life. It's in their career or their business or their goals or their dreams. They give up on all of them. because success takes a long time. You're a minimum of a decade when you set out to do something really big, to really just get to the point where you're competent at it and you're doing well at it. And most people aren't willing to do that. They're just trying to get through the work week to get to the weekend and get some reprieve and escape from their shitty lives.
I mean, I get it. Life can be very frustrating, but what's more frustrating is putting yourself in a situation where you know very well you can get out of. But that's just me. So
they get too comfortable. They don't want to do that.
Yeah, that pain and that change is temporary. Well, after, say, you give yourself some time, all that weight that's on your back, it'll be alleviated.
Yeah, they got mortgages, they got kids. Everybody, their whole identity is associated with that life and that relationship. And blowing all that up is, and then the thought of being single again and having to get back in the dating world.
It's not bad.
That's what
It's
keeps a
not
lot of
bad.
people in those unhappy relationships.
It gives you something else to look forward to. It's like a new era. Like you just got into a new era, basically, or a new chapter in your life, I would say.
You discover yourself all over again, or even something new.
There's good things and bad things about being single, but just like there's also good things and bad things about dating. Like there's no difference.
I've noticed when I was dating someone, I gained weight, I wasn't myself, I still was on top of my things, but there were things that I couldn't do like I want to do for myself, like go more to the gym, do more cooking videos, stuff like that. So obviously in a relationship, you're like, oh my God, I want to cuddle or do stuff like that. And I just didn't like that anymore.
Well, that's a self-choice.
That is. But also he didn't treat me well. He treated me so bad. I'm like, I don't want to be in a relationship. I'm scared to be in a relationship because I don't want to go through this all over again. So when I became single, I lost weight. I felt nice. Obviously, I met different men, went to different clubs, and I just lived my life. Obviously, I have goals in my life too, like what's coming up in 2022, what I want to do, compete, and that's my focus. That's like my marriage right now. Like I give my soul to that, but no one else, if that makes sense. So unless the right dude, but probably won't come in. But right now, I'm noticing like guys will come to me, but I don't have that traction. Like I don't care. Because obviously my goal right now is a competition. Whether I win or not, that's my goal. And it could go far if I want. If something good happens, let's say if I won, and it changes the whole game. But like my focus is just that, not a man, because a man would distract me. Yeah, I can have fun, but it's going to distract me from my goal. So I think choosing the single life and just focusing on myself was like the best choice I've ever done.
I think she made a good choice. I mean, when it comes to dating, you have to take it easy. You can't just jump into whoever decides to ask you out on a date. You really have to take it easy with that.
Yeah, you got to be happy, whole, and complete, love your time alone, love the single life, and be content with that. And that's typically when somebody comes along and just the magic happens. You know right away.
I want that, the love at first sight. I was dreamed of that. I dreamed of that for so long.
But it doesn't mean you're going to stay with them forever.
Interesting. So it's just what, temporary?
Well, it depends on your life path. They have a gift for you, you have a gift for them. Maybe, the reality is, numerically, statistically, that's not going to happen for most people. I believe we have multiple soulmates. That, as you go through life, there's people that show up. It's not just your intimate life, but your friendships, your business relationships, people that you work with, your neighbors. It's like as you go through life and evolve and experience things, people come and go. Some stick around forever, but most don't. Life happens for you, not to you.